Hey there, Powder Keg. It's Brian Zane, the commissioner of POW, once again welcoming you to POW Pro Wrestling. Joined as always by Mr. Ooh La La. Mr. Just this past weekend, we here in America celebrated 4th of July, Independence Day weekend, as it were. And it's very fitting because we here at POW are just a few weeks now into the independence that we are feeling from the rule of the overlord, Jonas Albert Robinson.
I know you're going to throw it in there. I was about to talk about all the beautiful red, white, and blue flags representing my home country, France, waving beautifully, but of course you had to bring it back to your dictatorship tendencies here as the POW commissioner.
Yeah, I heard that, mister. We'll talk about some changes that are going to be happening in POW Pro Wrestling shortly, now that I'm back in charge. But hey, let's talk about some really happy news. Love is in the air here at POW Pro Wrestling, now that what we saw last week in that main event, the Rumble to Regret match, Funny Bone running the distance. He entered at number 1. He survived the entire run to maintain and retain his POW Pro Wrestling Championship, suffering a broken nose in the process.
Broken nose at the hands of K-Don Cassidy, huh?
Really going through hell in that match in more ways than one, still coming out on top, but he wasn't done. Battered and beaten, broken nose and all, afterward he brought his girlfriend, Sarah Peterson, into the ring with him, and he dropped to one knee, and it was a beautiful moment. And she said yes, of course. And you know what, folks? A few weeks from now, we here at POW are going to be hosting that very wedding. Yes, you heard it here, POW Pro Wrestling hosting the unholy matrimony of the POW Pro Wrestling champion, Funny Bone. Mister, the cockles in your heart are going to be warmed after seeing that display.
Well, I don't want to see that prenup, you know. You get all the skeletons, and I get the ball gags, and you get the crown of thorns, and you get the electric shock chair, or whatever those weirdos do.
Well, hey, you know, we're not here to judge or shame any of that. We're just happy that those two young kids found love, and we are so happy to be hosting the wedding here on POW Pro Wrestling in just a few short weeks. Well, mister, at the top of the show, I talked about how I am once again the commissioner of POW Pro Wrestling. Some things are going to be changed, and some old wrongs made by Jonas Albert Robinson are going to be made right. So, in my first public address since becoming the commissioner once again, I talked about those upcoming changes to the powder keg. Let's go to that video and you'll see how it all went down.
Just don't bring any cocktail wieners back to the catering. It's too much. No processed meat, that's all I ask.
Now that I'm back in the saddle, there are going to be a few changes around here. Oh yeah, Naja, I think that you might be aware of this first little headline. I know you know about this.
Yes, indeed.
Now, let's talk about the kingpin, Caden Cassidy. The bad life choice, Caden Cassidy. He and I have never seen eye to eye here at POW Pro Wrestling. And I guess once he found out that I was back in charge, he decided to close up shop and turn tail. Caden Cassidy has quit POW Pro Wrestling. And Naja, I gotta tell you, even though you and I are on the same page now, I know that must hurt you since he was your boss and everything.
Well, in all honesty, I'll put it to you this way. Contrary to popular opinion that was once stated here in this very ring, right in that very corner, the king didn't get his job in this company by being anybody's lackey or bag boy. I made my way on my own merits, doing everything I could to entertain these good people. And Caden is a grown man. As I'm a grown man, I stand here on my 10 toes down, strong 2 feet. He made his decision. I wish him the best in his future endeavors. But we're not going to worry about the past, brothers and sisters. We're worrying about today. We're worrying about how to make POW grow greater going forward. Is that right?
That's right.
All right.
Something else, a piece of unfortunate news I have to address in regards to the six-pack challenge this evening to see who will become the next #1 contender for the POW Pro Wrestling Championship. As the result of the injuries he sustained through the hood fight against Brother Levi, and then later in the Rumble to Regret at PK Park, the Wrestling with Regret YouTube champion Chris Brady will not be able to compete in that match tonight.
We're sorry, guys. And trust me, as disappointed as you are, no one is more disappointed than our YouTube Wrestling with Regret champion, Chris Brady. So heal up soon, brother. We're all pulling for you, Chris.
In the interest of fairness, we are going to draw randomly from the rest of the POW roster to see who will replace Brady in that matchup. So,
am I eligible for that? Am I still part of the
Sure. We'll see. It's going to be a random selection by the computer. Let's go to the screen right now and we'll find out who's going to replace Chris Brady.
I saw my face at least 3 times. That means I got a good chance.
Son of a-
Brian, calm down. Listen, like you said, in the spirit of fairness, random draw. Ladies and gentlemen, added to the six-pack challenge tonight, filling in for your champ, Chris Brady, Jonas Albert Robinson.
All right, you're not the overlord here anymore. You shouldn't even be here anymore. You lost that tag team match at PK Park. And now that I'm the commissioner again, after what you've done to me and everybody else, I got half a mind to get you out of here.
Easy. You want to fire me? You want to see Brian Zane fire me? Well, let me fill you dipshits in on a little something. Prior to the 8-person tag in Basebrawl, I took it upon myself to ink new, very lucrative, but more importantly, ironclad contracts for not just myself, for Joey Thornton, for Cole Rivera, for Mickey Montoya. Hey, you want to stop me from talking? So take the mic. And the newest recruit that you'll all see a little bit later. But you want to fire me, but guess what? You can't.
Well, see how you fare in this six-pack challenge, Jonas. That's all I'm gonna say. Nuts to this.
I graduated high school. I've been to play GPA. You know what? You're not gonna screw my ass and you keep trying to screw me. Say the president's monkey ass couldn't get clear to wrestle tonight. So you know what? My man Mickey clears by forfeit.
No. Jonas, my friend, I have to keep telling you, you're not in charge anymore, my friend. And your boy Montoya's not going to get away this easily without breaking a sweat a little bit. Yes, Zay Perez, not cleared to compete. Spencer Scott, not cleared to compete. But I do know somebody who's a suitable replacement, an honorary ace, if you will. Please welcome Mickey Montoya's opponent, Caleb Tenney.
Jonas Albert Robinson's plans continue to go up in smoke here at POW Pro Wrestling. No longer the overlord.
Ring the bell!
And his hopes for Mickey Montoya to walk away with a forfeit win over Zay Perez has been dashed.
However, what I don't like to see is Joey Thornton and Joey still at ringside. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little uncomfortable. But they found a doppelganger.
I mean, certainly
You've got Caleb Kennedy here, who has, as of the last several months, has become somewhat of an honorary ace. Filling in for the previously injured Spencer Scott. We understand he is having, he had surgery to repair an ACL tear. He's going to be out for nearly a year.
Oh.
Early prognosis. We wish you well, Spencer. Get well soon. And
done that.
The reason why we keep telling you people, do not try this at home. There's such a thing as Oregon Pro Wrestling School that you can learn the proper way of wrestling, and even then, well, injuries do happen.
Even
Now it's up to students.
Even the proper way, this business can be brutal. So we wish Spencer Scott well. Zay Perez, we found out today, not medically cleared to compete. So Caleb Kennedy was more than willing to jump in here to take on.
Oh, you got to pay attention.
Oh my goodness, yes, absolutely. Caleb is really trying hard here. Only about a year or so into the business, really looking to impress both the fans and his peers here at POW Pro Wrestling. Oh, big back elbow. Sends Montoya hurtling hard down to the mat.
You're certainly going to impress people with an elbow like that, for sure.
Vicky Montoya has been searching for an identity as of late. Of course, he was previously managed by Mr. Ooh La La as part of the Golden Guys.
Oh, look at that. Not taking anything.
And now hoping to get a leapfrog up to success with the JARmy 2-0. Montoya fighting real hard here. He really wants to impress his, I guess he's his boss. I don't know what kind of authority Jonas has now since he's no longer the overlord here. Oh,
Well, it is the JARmy, so I'm assuming he's the general.
covered by Montoya, 1-2, a kick out. Kennedy, the honorary ace, still strong in this thing. Don't discount this rookie. Oh,
Dime store general, maybe.
5-star easily.
5-star, maybe dime store.
Dime store general?
Dime store general,
The dollar general?
maybe.
sounds like a song somewhere.
Not that
2-0. Very close call.
Oh, big drop kick to the
Wow.
ledge.
That connected.
Montoya,
Certainly did.
not the largest wrestler at POW, but that drop kick had a lot of force. Could be it too. No, still able to really knock him down here and keep him guessing is Montoya.
I don't care what weight you are, drop kick right to the mush, it's going to take you down.
Absolutely. Joey Thornton, the young lion here. He's stalking from the outside. He better mind his P's and Q's though, as Brad Lee is officiating this matchup.
Bradley, unfortunately, can't keep his eyes on all three at the same time.
It's definitely a guessing game. Going for that slam, but Montoya fighting out of it. Oh!
Woo!
Rip cord into the back elbow by Montoya. And that could be it, but he's taking too much time, guys.
You know, I love the ripcord because it gets you all disoriented before you get just hammered on.
He reared back on that one for sure, put all of his weight and force behind it, but now Montoya maybe taking a bit too much time
he
here.
is. You're right. He is. Not sure why he's not on the attack. There you go.
There you go. Oh! Kennedy, though, wise beyond his
Oh!
years, seeing it coming here, fighting out of the corner. Big clothesline.
Wow.
That's a strong arm. You can see that kinesio tape covering the left shoulder. It's a good thing Caleb's a righty. Big power slam. And look at him go. Doing Zay Perez proud here as the alternate. Coming into the corner with that flying forearm.
Oh, pump handle. Oh my goodness, haven't seen this for a while.
Here we go. Pump handle coming down with the elbow. This could be it. 1, 2. Whoa. You know, I swore I was going to see Jonas try and pull the referee there, guys. He
Exactly.
He didn't, but I wouldn't put it past him.
No, I wouldn't put it past him either.
I don't think I've ever seen him do anything like that.
No. Here we go now. Kennedy looking to capitalize here with a butterfly hold. Oh, Montoya counters out of it. Hits that just jaw-jacking knee lift. Goes off the ropes.
That right there.
On the money.
Yeah, right on the
This is
chin.
gonna be it.
He might be knocked out.
No, wow.
Don't know how managed he managed to kick out of that one, but he managed to. And he needs to hang on big time, but he's got to compete now.
The story can be told, though, in Caleb's eyes, though. He does not know where he is at the moment.
No. Even a map's not going to help him.
Not even Google Maps.
No.
Not even MapQuest. They still around?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
The old printout.
look at this. Kennedy, he knows the directions right to Montoya's face.
Gee.
But at a U-turn,
Oh, God.
head-on collision. And And look at these two.
Oh, trading them.
shots
Trading them.
Oh, both men with something to prove here.
Both of them want their jaw wired shut. Goodness
Absolutely.
sakes.
Rebound off the ropes into the German suplex by Kennedy. What's he got
Wait a
going
minute.
on here? Putting
Wait a
himself,
minute.
set something up into a full Nelson by Montoya. Dragonfly suplex. Going for that again. That springboard. Wait a minute, caught midair. Kennedy coming down. Look at this. Blue
That's
Thunder
gotta be
bomb
it.
with extra
Oh, wait a
rotation.
minute.
Joey Thornton on the apron now. What is this? The JARmy now.
You knew this was going to happen.
Well, yeah, you see Jonas Albert Robinson stalking at ringside, you know bad things are coming. Wait a minute, and there
Wait
it
a
is.
second here.
What do you have in his hand?
The numbers game coming into full effect here. Look at this, Montoya brings him down with a pile
Break his
driver.
neck.
He came down with all that one. And
Close
that's
the rope,
gotta be
folks.
it.
Oh, Jesus.
Win for Montoya.
What did Jonas have in his hand there?
A much needed win for Mickey Montoya, but give all the assists to Jonas Albert Robinson.
And Joey Thornton.
And Joey Thornton, of course.
As the JARmy gets a win, but I'll tell you, tainted at best.
It's been a rough couple of weeks for the JARmy since PK Park, but now it looks as things could be turning the corner for the so-called voice of POW Pro Wrestling, Jonas Albert Robinson.
It was a few weeks ago on POW Pro Wrestling when the Blanchard brothers and the Hess clan waged war in a barbaric bull rope match. The Hesses came out on top in the end, but then after that, the real shocker came when JARmy Blanchard teed off on his own brother Bubba with a steel chair, severing a multi-decade partnership and a lifelong brotherhood. Recently, I sat down with JARmy Blanchard to get his thoughts on that fateful night. Fans, my guest at this time is formerly one half of the Blanchard brothers, alongside his brother Bubba. But over the course of several decades, his career has meant a lot more than that. He has traveled all across the world. He's won championships everywhere. And this week here on POW, he is a guest over here at Regret HQ. I'm talking about JARmy Blanchard. Now, JARmy, thank you so much for taking time to come to the office today. I've wanted to pick your brain for several weeks now. In fact, right now, for the viewers who might not be aware of this, I want to show some footage. I want to take you back to a few weeks ago here on POW. It was Basebrawl. It was that brutal tag team bull rope matchup where you and Bubba, the recently reinstated Blanchard brothers, took on Wade and Dom, the Hess clan. Ultimately, the match didn't go your guys' way. The Hesses beat Bubba in that pinfall. And then afterward, there in PK Park, well, to say the least, you hit a dinger, knocking Bubba out with a scintillating steel chair shot. So I guess, JARmy, the obvious question that I want to start off with is why?
Why? I think you kind of summed it up pretty quickly on Bubba lost the bull rope match. We need to go back even farther than that to Basebrawl 1, the original, where we lost the titles. Well, let me go back even farther. I didn't lose the title. He lost the title. And from then on, it's been nothing but a nightmare in the mid-card status. And with all these little stipulations that have been thrown in and all these matches, and I kind of blame POW Pro Wrestling too, all right, for the stipulations and all these little matches we've been in, but it didn't help that he got us into those. Week after week, we were losing. And then what else would happen? We got kicked out. Why did we get kicked out, Brian Zane?
Well, you lost that loser leaves POW match.
I lost that? I did not lose that match. We can all go back. You know, the funny thing about it is I feel kind of embarrassed with myself because I didn't go back. Him being my brother, I'm kind of blinded by family. But we have a reputation to uphold as the Blanchard brothers. We're champions. If you're not going to hold your weight, then you need to get down and you need to stay down. That's part of the problem. Well, we would have never been in this Frere situation. Okay, yeah, I'll set it. I mean, how in the world were we going to deny it? Come out in a mask and in a body like that? First things happens, he jerked the curtain. This guy asked for Bubba's autograph. I mean, give me a break here.
Well, certainly that was, Because cat's out of the bag. I'll admit I played a part of that because, you guys were banned. I wanted to stick it to Mr. Ooh La La, and that was our solution. But I got you reinstated, and then
I appreciate that.
And then Basebrawl happened. So some weeks have passed since what you did to your brother Bubba, and I want to ask, do you feel any remorse for what you did?
Absolutely not. Like I said earlier, I'm on the rise. He's on the downfall, and I'm going to make sure he stays on the downfall as I go up, because I'm no longer going to have an albatross around my neck. I didn't lose those matches. It's very frustrating. After weekend, we have a plan to get out of those masks and show all our glory, and we still can't do it. You had to reinstate us. So therefore, a plan was cooked up in my head. I always have a plan B, Brian Zane. Always have a plan B. And if you can't rise to my level, then you ain't going to be anywhere near me. And I don't care if it's family, blood, I don't care who you are. Blanchard means champion, and that's it. If you can't, like I said, we're a franchise, and sometimes you got to make tough decisions as a CEO in a franchise, and that's just what I had to do.
JARmy, I've known you for about 20 years now.
Yes, you have.
The entirety of my time in professional wrestling.
Correct.
And you've got colleagues who've known you for that long, fans who've known you for that long. What do you have to say to the fans, the powder keg, who wanted to see the Blanchards back and then see you kind of throw it away like you did at Basebrawl?
Dude, I throw it away. This is like a phoenix rising up. I didn't throw anything away. And I'll be the first one to tell them, boo-hoo. You liked what you saw out there? Are you kidding me? No, I don't have to say sorry to nobody. I don't live for anybody. I don't work for anybody, and I definitely don't get accolades for anybody but myself. So I could care less what they think. Keep buying a ticket, keep being fat, and keep yelling at other people. Okay? I'll be up there making something of myself, and that's all I got to say. There's no other way to put it. I don't care about what they think.
Well, with that being said, I guess my last question for you is, what's next for JARmy Blanchard and POW Pro Wrestling?
Sky's the limit. I'm not going to get out of tag team wrestling because there's a lot that I can teach. But I'm going to tell you right now, the next person I end up with, I'm going to take him under my wing, and I'm going to actually show him what a winner does. A winner doesn't make excuses. A winner doesn't go out there unprepared. And that means in the ring, in shape, all the above.
All right, well, what does the future hold for JARmy Blanchard? He says the sky's the limit. JARmy, thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit and is sponsored by Copyright Printing. Introducing first,
JARmy is taking on Dove and Dangerous. Joey Thornton here in the ring, but does not appear to have a tag team partner. I don't believe Jonas is on the rundown for him to be the partner tonight.
As you can see, Cole Rivera is on the injured list. Okay, well, soon, buddy, we're all praying for you. But with that comes an opportunity. You see, there is a new recruit for the JARmy. And without further ado, I want all of you to get on your gloves, shut your little legs, and give it up for the newest member of the JARmy, JARmy Blanchard!
What? Now wait a minute. This is the man who threw away his lifelong relationship with his brother, Bubba.
Hailing from Pleasure Creek, Oregon. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome an Oregon wrestling legend. Ladies and gentlemen, JARmy Blanchard.
You heard his comments earlier, Bulldog. Remorseless, no compassion, no regret for what he did to his brother at Basebrawl. He says he's his own man, cutting the fat, so to speak. And now look, he's joined the JARmy, perhaps taking Joey Thornton under his wing like he said he was going to do.
Incredible to say the least.
Well, this is certainly an unexpected development here at POW Pro Wrestling. We're going to hear from Bubba later, but right now it's time for their opponents, Dumb and Dangerous.
Take a look at this tag team matchup right now. Is Dumb and Dangerous. Looks like they're going to be taking on the team now. JARmy Blanchard now joining the JARmy. And Joey Thornton, I tell you, for Dumb and Dangerous, this has got to be a real step back for them because now they're going to have to compete with somebody I don't think they were ready and prepared for.
That's true. A brand new combination here. JARmy Blanchard and Joey Thornton. Blanchard has cast out his brother Bubba. In that interview, he spoke of Bubba as somewhat of a liability, Bulldog. He was bringing up examples of Bubba kind of dropping the ball, but I would imagine that a familial bond such as theirs can overcome things like that to a degree.
You would hope so, but you know, one thing that JARmy outlined in that interview was that he wants to take somebody under his wing and show him the true ways of professional wrestling. Well, Joey Thornton, a new and up-and-coming young wrestler, definitely fits that bill.
Absolutely here. Thornton, a student of the Oregon Pro Wrestling School, great friends of POW Pro Wrestling, and he is just along with Dumb and Dangerous, I might add. Oh! Frankie Dove and Stephen Bradley recently on the unemployment line as a result of Jonas Albert Robinson. Oh! Nice inverted atomic drop into that headlock takeover. But it was a Basebrawl when Dumb and Dangerous, Flex, and Amira defeated Jonas and his JARmy to regain all their jobs and, hey, to make me commissioner again. So I thank them for that.
I've got to be wondering, though, if JARmy Blanchard is taking a look at Joey Thornton dealing with Dumb and Dangerous right now as Dove throws him off and Dangerous with the clothesline. I'm wondering if he's rethinking his idea.
Well, Jonas, of course, is offering advice to anyone who's willing to listen to him, and certainly you've got Jonas Albert Robinson, you got JARmy Blanchard, both in the ear, of youngsters like Joey Thornton and Mickey Montoya, and certainly Cole Rivera before his untimely injury. We wish him all the best.
As he rolls a quick roll up there. Gotta wonder if there was some tights being used. Definitely some hair now. As he's pulling that Dangerous to the corner.
These two have enough hair for days. Let's put it that way here.
The flow is a-flowing.
Oh, I wonder what product they use. Big shoulder tackle.
Definitely the opposite of JARmy Blanchard.
By the mulleted Stephen Bradley. Malade.
Oh, and a nice clothesline in the corner. Tags off now to Frankie Dove. Snapmare takeover.
Yes. Oh, Dumb and Dangerous now. Frankie Dove is the cover. Nope. Almost had him trapped like many of the animals that he loves so dear.
As Frankie Dove now, you see the smart tag team matches right now. They're taking him in the corner for sure.
So taking him into the safe corner, allowing quick tags. That is good tag team strategy. I'll tell you what, right now, anytime the JARmy's involved, it always feels like a handicap match situation. A numbers game. Especially you got Jonas and Mickey Montoya on the outside. Oh, kick out at 2.
And we can just see Jonas and Mickey Montoya having a little conversation right there of what they need to do as Jonas is gapping his gums off, as per usual.
That's one of his strengths, Bulldog.
Yes.
As we see Stephen Bradley continuing to pour on the pressure here. You know, Devin Dangerous would love another shot at revenge and redemption against Jonas and the JARmy for the hell that they were put through recently.
Oh, big scoop there, slam, takes him down. Joey Thornton now with the cover to one, no.
Thornton maybe asking JARmy for some advice here. Bringing Bradley into the corner, and here we go.
Looks like we're gonna get a
oh,
tag
look at
off.
this. And if there's anyone, Bulldog, and you know as well as I do, anyone who knows how to bend the rules to their will and really fight dirty when it counts, this is JARmy Blanchard.
Absolutely, JARmy right now with that big, huge shoulder tackles in the corner. Oh, right over the back of the neck there. It's gonna rattle a few things.
JARmy Blanchard's first singles match in POW Pro Wrestling history. Typically partnering with his brother Bubba, and of course, cat's out of the bag now. It was the Blanchards who were in disguise as the Fabulous Frères for months here at POW after they were previously banned. So I guess, yes, JARmy and Bubba had been active that whole time.
Well, the thing is that JARmy wanted to let the cat out of the bag. You know, I don't know about what happened with, oh, look at the strut there.
The Prince of Memphis, he's once called himself. Spending a lot of his formative years of his career in the Memphis territory.
Shows Thornton how it's done there with a little bit of hair pull there.
That's very old school.
Blanchard is very old school, and that's the worry for a lot of these guys like Devin Dangerous, because they're not used to that kind of roughhousing for sure. And yeah, I'm saying roughhousing, but it's actual fact. That's what they do.
I mean, it's rough to say the least.
Bending the rules as you're talking about, you know, breaking in a count of 4, right to count of 5.
Thornton with another scintillating chop here. Oh my goodness, you can hear the smack of the flesh. Hear that all the way in Corvallis at this point.
And you can see right there is referee right there was in there trying to count, and Thornton was picking back up and giving the chop out like a JARmy Blanchard. Breaking the call.
The dangerous one himself, Stephen Bradley, really in no man's land. He is like surrounded on all sides at this point, Bulldog, by the members of the JARmy.
Reverse though.
As if JARmy and Thornton aren't enough of a threat, but a nice hip toss by the youngster. Oh, but look at that. Going what brought him to the dance. Fighting a little dirty here is Blanchard.
And that's the thing is that, you know, while you may think you have him beat, he finds another way to get back at you, and he did.
Blanchard says he's not done with tag team wrestling, just done with his brother Bubba. But of course, JARmy no slouch in the singles realm himself. I've personally witnessed him win singles titles over the years, as well as tag team gold. He and Bubba were the inaugural POW tag team champions, in fact. And now making another quick tag to Thornton. Trying to go some strategy here, possible double team move.
Oh man.
Nice kick to the gut.
There, yes.
Blanchard very pleased with himself as we get another 2 count. Referee Fidel Martinez here is going to have eyes in the back of his head as Jonas and Montoya continue to stalk that corner of the ring.
As you can see right now, Thornton is using some of the ideas that JARmy is instilling in him. Wait till that referee gets up to 3 or 4 and then break the hold.
Oh!
Looked like a sleeper, but a jaw jacker there by Dangerous Steve Bradley. Drop kick there.
Both men saw each other coming there, had the same idea with those drop kicks, but Thornton is the first one to get up. Look at those stomps, Bulldog.
But you'll notice that Thornton, though, right off the bat, pulls the thing out of JARmy's playbook. As soon as you get beat, you get back up and you start on him again as much as you can, and that's exactly what he did.
JARmy comes in with a flying headbutt, and not enough. Not yet enough to bring down Bradley.
And the big choke, that's going to definitely slow somebody down. Fidel Martinez having a little discussion with JARmy Blanchard. That's allowing Jonas Albert Robinson to get involved. That's definitely a Blanchard trick right there.
Look at this now. Blanchard with that big headbutt right to the kidney. That's going to rock you down to your toes.
Oh, and a shot right to the face. It's going to knock the mustache off of Bradley pretty soon if he's not careful.
Yeah. Blanchard now having his way with Stephen Bradley there in the ring, throwing him right into Thornton's knee.
He called for the knee there from Thornton. You definitely see that JARmy's trying to instill some knowledge into Joey Thornton. Tag made. as right now Joey Thornton in the ring, sizing him up.
Well, for a first-time partnership, Thornton and Blanchard working pretty well together as a tandem. I may not agree with how Blanchard severed his ties with Bubba, but you cannot deny that right now in the short term it seems to be paying off.
Well, you can see as Frankie Dove trying to get in the ring right now to save his partner. It's allowing both JARmy Blanchard and Joey Thornton to do some more damage to Dangerous Steven.
There we go. Dangerous Stephen Bradley
yes,
here.
Take a look at that. Oh, that's a sleeper hold right in the middle of the ring.
He is in danger as the sleeper is continued application by Thornton here, who's got a very extensive amateur background and knows how to bring people down.
And so, believe it or not, so does JARmy, and that's the scary thing, is when you add those two and you add some other things that JARmy is capable of doing, who knows what this team could become now.
My goodness, here we can see, Stephen Bradley escaping the sleeper and throwing Thornton into the corner as a result.
But not enough, though, it goes right back to that sleeper again. Another JARmy Blanchard right into the turnbuckle, goes Joey Thornton. Gets right back on Stephen Bradley.
Oh, Thornton now, well, he's in his own corner, so that might be the best option. Look at this now, Frankie Dove, he's like a wild animal in there.
And he's definitely right now taking to both JARmy Blanchard and Joey Thornton. Blanchard off the ropes, oh, look out though, as Dove moving out of the way. JARmy takes it on Joey Thornton, and oh man, we won't describe that one. You can see that home.
Things are suddenly falling apart for the JARmy here in rapid fashion here. All it took was the inclusion of a relatively fresh Frankie Dove. Sunset flip takes Blanchard down, head over heels, and now Dove focusing his attention on Thornton here. Oh!
Shoulder tackle.
Accidental collision there, orchestrated by Dove. Side Russian leg sweep. And look at him go here. Going for a bulldog, and he connects.
But he goes back after Joey Thornton. He should be making the pin right there.
Suddenly the tide has turned drastically, but wait a minute, Montoya with the blatant assist, trying to keep Thornton from getting hit with that suplex. Wait a minute. Fighting are they? Oh no! Blanchard with a low blow. Referee did not see it.
Oh, come on now.
And that's got it, that's it. Wow.
Once again, JARmy Blanchard showing what he's made of and the sort of types of things that he does.
Tell you what, Bulldog, the JARmy standing in some severe odds against them. You know what, Jonas Albert Robinson, he's not a dumb individual. He's found out a way to bounce back from his loss at PK Park. But how much longer can the JARmy last here at POW Pro Wrestling?
Exactly.
Well, mister, they say you can't keep a good man down, but I don't understand how that line applies to Jonas Albert Robinson. I thought after I took over as commissioner that'd be done with it. I'd stamp him down like a cockroach, but much like the bug I just compared him to, he pops back up as good as ever before.
That's because Jonas was smart enough to sign himself an ironclad contract. Not only for himself, but every JARmy member, including the newest member, JARmy Blanchard, and they pulled off a clean sweep this week on POW Pro Wrestling, and then next week Jonas will continue that momentum by becoming the #1 contender for that POW Championship in that six-pack challenge. Huh?
I shudder to think what would happen if Jonas got that far. You saw how close he got to it in the Rumble to Regret, how close he got to that championship. And you know, with all his money and his influence in the JARmy, he's going to do what he can to try and get that championship. But I think that when you look at the lineup in the six-pack challenge next week. Jonas Albert Robinson doesn't have a friend among him. He is going to be all on an island, even though he's going to have some close allies, like maybe Vinny Massaro and Levi Shapiro in there. He's going to be on an island all to himself. Well, folks, next week here on POW Pro Wrestling, we are going to hear from Bubba Blanchard. You heard JARmy's incendiary remarks about his brother. This week on the show, we're going to hear what Double B, Double Bad's got to say about his career going forward.
You wouldn't know it, but I have some top secret audio from that interview I can play for you right now. I'll just turn it on right.
All right, that's enough out of you, mister. Of course, we can't forget about next week's colossal main event to see who will next challenge Funny Bone for the POW Pro Wrestling Championship. It's that six-pack challenge. Jonas Albert Robinson, Amira, Brother Levi, Ravenous Randy Myers, Vinny Massaro, and Malcolm Flex will all do battle to see who will face Funny Bone next. It's going to be a huge night of action next week on POW, folks. But thank you for joining us this week here on IWTV or YouTube. For Mr. Ooh La La, I'm Brian Zane, and we will see you next week right here for POW Pro Wrestling.